Hey, peeps, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me once again on the Lighten Up Project. My name is Malcolm Grissom. I am the stand-up CEO and founder of the World Laughter Organization, and you're not. Today on the Lighten Up Project, I have a very, very special guest for you. We are going to be talking from a little younger perspective, which I enjoy. We're going to be talking all about pressure on the court, on the track, and in your head. My guest today is Vihaan Reddy. He's a driven young athlete. He's a competitive tennis player, dual athlete, who's raced more than 18 times and regularly finds his way onto the podium. He has at least one TEDx talk, and I'm sure many to come. But Vihaan, I learned early that success isn't just about skill, it's about mindset. And after wrestling with the frustration and split-second reactions that he's had to make, he's discovered a few simple yet powerful framework that he calls PACE: pause, access, choose, and engage. We're going to be talking about that, and we're going to be talking about how that framework has helped him remain calm under pressure and focus his energy and make stronger decisions. So now Vihaan is inspiring others to set their pace in the heat of the chase and lead with intention instead of reaction. So let's lighten up and dive in with Vihaan Reddy. How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Would you join me in 20 seconds of spontaneous laughter?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, go! I love doing that. It's so invigorating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us, Vihaan, what is your relationship with laughter? Do you laugh a lot?
Oh yeah, I definitely laugh a lot. A lot of my friends and family, actually, they all crack jokes all the time, and yeah, I laugh a lot.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's good. Laughter. Do you feel that it always lightens you up a bit after you laugh?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you're feeling sad and you're not trying to laugh, but someone makes you laugh, it just makes your day a lot better. And yeah.
Yeah, it does. Great. What else? Do you have anything else that you do to lighten up, to lighten your mood?
I use PACE, as you said before.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also I also laugh when people crack jokes, and yeah.
Yeah. We'll talk more about PACE in a moment. But before we do, I have a really, really, really interesting question for you. It's a challenging question.
Okay.
So if laughter had a job title, what role do you think it would play in our culture right now?
I think that it would obviously be a really big role because you can't live life without laughing, really, because it's just one of those essential parts that, you need to take a break. You need to lighten up. So I think that it would be called the emotion helper or something on that line. Yeah.
Emotion helper. I like that. That's good. Emotion helper. It's cool. So tell me, do you ever, because I know you do a lot of sports. Do you ever laugh and find happiness and joy in your sports?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, sometimes I make silly mistakes on a tennis court and I just laugh it off and play the next point. So, yeah.
Yeah. When you do laugh, when you laugh it off, do you ever find that other people, like your competitors, like they're looking at you funny, are wondering, why is he laughing? What is he laughing about?
I feel that a little bit, but not all the time because it doesn't matter really what they think. It's for me and it's benefiting me. So me laughing actually takes off some of the weight that, oh, I missed the ball in tennis. And it helps you in that way to sort of prepare and get ready for the next point. So yeah.
Right. Yes. Yes. Good. Yes. Are there any other times in your life when you might laugh? Are there any times when you are happy or you might laugh without someone telling you a joke?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been to a lot of amusement parks. I think I remember I was on one of the roller coasters and I just started I was so happy that I got to go on it and I just started laughing the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So before we talk more, because I want to talk about your TEDx talk and I want to talk more about pace. But before we do, let's talk a little bit more about laughter and happiness. So what else besides the roller coasters and sports, what else would make you happy?
When I'm spending time with my family, that's one of the biggest things that makes me happy because for some cousins, I don't usually get to see them a lot. So to spend that quality time with them, it makes my day a lot better. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Good. Talking about your day, if your school, what grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
Okay. 7th grade. You like it? You like school?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. So if your school had a laugh period every day, what would you want to do it with that time?
I would like to use a little bit of it every day because sometimes school can get it can get stressful, and just to laugh and let all of it go for a small amount of time, it really helps you in that way. So I would use it a little bit every day. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. 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 Okay. So let's talk about your speaking. So besides your sports, you've been in and out, or I should say, I can't speak. I'm sorry. You've been on and off the podium and the lectern and speaking stage. So tell us about that. How long have you been speaking?
So I've been speaking since the beginning of last year, and overall, I think that it's helped me in a lot of ways because I my grammar and my word choice, it wasn't really good, but now as I am working towards speaking, I have found new ways to basically talk and show myself, and I've also found new ways to help myself with speaking.
Oh, that's great. That's really good. That's really good. What are some of the ways? Can you think of one or two ways that it's really helped you?
In one of the ways, actually, we touched up on it before. I have done a TED Talk, and that not only helps me and for me to implement it in my life, but it also helps other people that are listening to the talk, and they can also implement the idea of pace in their life. So that's like is the biggest way that speaking has changed how I am and how I help other people.
Yeah, because it's important to help other people. So not only just show up in the world, but to also help other people show up and make better decisions. And as you said, use PACE, this wonderful framework. So would you tell us about PACE?
Oh yeah, so there's 4 parts of PACE. So the first letter is P. That means pause. So before you make a decision, every time you have to pause. You have to pause, so pausing. And then the second part is assess. In that time, you see the different choices that you can make and the different options that you can do. And then you have choose. Choose is where you choose one of the options that you have thought of, like the best one that you have thought of. And then engage means you implement that thought in real life, and hopefully it makes the situation better.
Ooh, awesome. Okay, so can you share a time when you used PACE in your life?
Oh yeah. So I was at tennis practice one day, and I was not doing so good. So my coach, he told me one little thing. It's called maxing your wrist when you set up for your forehand. And in doing that, my forehand got so much better. My performance increased, and I paced myself. So first I paused. And then I assessed what my coach told me. I chose to put it into my shot. And then by engaging, my shot became so much better than what it was before.
Oh, wow. I really like this, how you're helping people. That's great. Because when I was your age, I don't think I helped people by making them laugh and engaging them. But I don't know that I really developed like a framework to help people. So this is great. Now, can you remember a time when someone used humor or joy to help you feel included or supported or to help you in some other way?
So actually, my science teacher, he's always like laughing in almost every lesson that he teaches to us. He makes us feel so welcomed because he always makes everybody laugh. Like, I don't think there was one day where he didn't make us laugh. And that not only makes us feel more welcome with him, but it also makes us let go of the things that we have experienced before in that day and sort of laugh with him and lighten up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I like that. So tell us, have you ever used humor to help someone else or make them feel better?
I think that's a good question. Sometimes I do crack jokes if I see someone that's kind of sad or sitting by themselves at school to kind of, as you said, make them feel better. So yeah, I do that.
Cool. Good. Yeah. Very good. Okay. What other kinds of support do you wish existed, not only from you but from anywhere else? What other kinds of support do you wish existed for people, for other students like that, who were alone and overwhelmed?
I think that, I wish that they had sort of like a few friends to talk with, because friends are support, and I wish that they had something like that to sort of lighten up on and talk to, and yeah.
So okay, so maybe we could start a buddy program, you think, at your school? Do you like that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if you could lead a workshop at school, what would you teach other people?
Primarily, I would teach them the idea of pace and the different. And one thing that I would like to touch up on is events in their life where they could have used pace but didn't, and how in the future they can use pace if something like that occurs again, so that it doesn't happen.
Ooh, I like that. So can you think of an example of an event that, say, might have happened to somebody?
So, okay, there's two people. They're best friends, but one person accidentally tries to take a pencil without asking the other person, and the other person gets mad at them for doing that now that they don't have a pencil. And the person that stole the pencil could have used pace to ask the person that had the pencil first, but they didn't, and they just took it. That's one way. That might be one of the events that someone would talk about in my workshop.
Right. Okay. So now let's see. Can you picture yourself in 5 years? That's kind of hard, but can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. So picture yourself. So if you in 5 years, if you sent a message to your younger self, so to you as you are today, what would that message say?
Oh, that's a good question. That message. So, am I giving the message to my future self, or is my future
Not
self
your
giving it?
future self is giving it to the younger self.
Oh, I bet that he would tell me to kind of pace myself, and primarily pace myself, and also stay out of trouble and try not to get hurt. I think
Okay.
those three things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now let's flip that around. What would you say to your future self?
I would say two things. I actually have. Okay, so the first thing, I would have a question for them. I would ask them if they have ever, if they have done another TEDx talk, and I would tell them to try not to get mad at the simple things, because the main reason for pace is for someone not to get mad. That's one of the main reasons. And I am an impulsive person, so I would tell them to use pace to not make impulsive decisions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit about the TEDx stage, because the TEDx platform it's the largest, it's probably the largest in the world, the largest stage, because there's so many different, there's TED and then there's TEDx talks. So what was that like for you?
Oh, I was very nervous at the beginning because I know that my message is helping people, but there was just so many people there that I was just getting like really nervous. So before I went on, I gave a little pep talk to myself, and I would just kind of go through my speech really quickly in the time that I had before. But after I did it, I felt so accomplished and happy, because not only am I helping people, but I've just delivered one of the best speeches that I've done. And like I said before, it not only helps people, but it also gives you that happiness, because all that work in 6 months has it's I was relieved that it was done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's this, for those of you in the audience that don't know, so the how it works is the TEDx platform, or wherever you're going to give your TEDx, say it's at a school, they have a deadline, so they accept applications up until that deadline, and then they have a committee that meets and chooses people, and sometimes they have auditions. Actually, all the time they have auditions to get to see who there is. But then when they pick the lineup, then you spend like 6 months, right, Vihaan? 6 months preparing? Yeah. Yeah. So you spend a long time working with the coach, preparing for this talk, because TEDx or TED has a specific format and things that they look for, that they want to include in their talks, and that they want you to have. Otherwise, you can give your TEDx talk, but you're not going to be included in, like, they're not going to make your video public. So it'll be private and you can't really share it. You can say, I've done a TEDx talk, but it's not public to anyone. So, a long process. So, Vihaan, have you ever tried laughing right before you're speaking? So, like, when you're really nervous, have you ever tried laughing?
I don't think so, but usually before a speaking event, I like to think about the different questions that the host might ask me, or like I said in my TED Talk story, how I like to give myself a little pep talk, and yeah, so that's what I do.
So, run us through a sample pep talk. So let's say that you're giving yourself a pep talk. What would you say?
I would say, hey, Vihaan, all of the preparation that you have done leads up to this point, and you're going to do great, and just do your best out there.
Yes, doing your best, because there's a difference. I've noticed there's a difference between, like, playing tennis, playing some of the sports where it's a lot more objective, meaning that people can see, everybody can tell who the winner is, right? The winner is the one with the most points.
Yeah.
If you're running track, the winner is the one that runs the fastest, right? And when you're doing a speech, when you're doing something like that, there is no way to really compare yourself to someone else, right?
Yeah.
And so you have to understand that all you can do is the best that you can do. Like you just said, that's winning. If you do that, that's winning. That's great. So, Vihaan, what gives you hope right now?
Right now, that's a tough question. Probably my family, and my family is one of the main reasons, or the main people that give me hope in my life, and that's probably the biggest one.
Yeah. So like you said, when there's someone else, that when you see someone else that is sad and they're depressed or they hurt, one of the best things that you could do is just be their friend. You could just be there, right? Because it's the connection that it gives a lot of people hope.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is one thing that you would want the audience to remember even after this episode ends?
I would like them to obviously remember to pace themselves pace themselves everywhere, and also to basically just pace themselves.
Okay. All right. Tell us, what is one laugh that you'll never forget?
I think it was, I actually don't remember any. I laugh a lot, but I think one of the best times is when, this is kind of vague, but when I'm with my family and we're just all together, that's probably one of those moments.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, when you're together with family or close friends and you're all laughing and having fun and happy. Yeah. I agree. I will never forget that myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Vihaan, thank you so much for coming on the Lighten Up Project and speaking about pace and giving us this wonderful framework. This has just been it's been very fun talking with you. I appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It's an amazing opportunity to speak with you like this on this podcast.
Yeah, you did very well. Do you think you did very well?
Oh yeah, I think I did good, yeah.
Yeah, so do I. I think you did excellent. I really do. And I bet you some our listeners will think that too. Right, listeners? So thank you so much, listeners, for tuning in once again to the Lighten Up Project. And every week on Thursday, we are going to bring you yet another very fascinating conversation with a fascinating guest like Vihaan Reddy. So please join us again next Thursday, either on YouTube or on the podcast platform of your choice. And until next week, remember this. Every smile can open a door. Every laugh can open a heart. And every step can be a victory. Until next week, thanks for stopping by. Stressed out, stuck, or leading on autopilot? It's not a motivational problem, it's a connection problem. My weekly virtual improv classes boost engagement, collaboration, and retention, all while having fun. Register now for a complimentary month